The time has finally come to do a film review before the Bengals' next preseason game on Bengals rookie linebacker Maema Njongmeta. That's coming up next on No Buts About It. Hey everyone, it is Josh here from No Buts About It. And today we're going to be looking at some film from Bengals undrafted rookie linebacker Maema Njongmeta. He's someone who we've already talked about a little bit on the channel, and he's a really exciting player, I think. He looked great in the game against the Buccaneers, and we're going to look at that game here in a minute. Before we get started, though, I do want to issue some disclaimers. So I had an issue with my normal replay source where I go and get clips from games to show you guys. And so I was trying to compile some stuff. I did end up figuring out the issue, and I got some. But some of these clips are coming from Mike from X. I messaged him. I said, hey, you put together this highlight reel for Maema. Can I use those videos? And he said, yep. So wanted to give him credit, give him a shout out. That's at Bengals_Sans, I believe is the username, SANS. But go give him a follow. He's a great guy to talk football with in general, Bengals football, regular football, and just a great guy overall. Great follow on X. But this is the man of the hour, Maema Njongmeta. And we talked about him a little bit already, as I said, on the channel. So if you haven't watched the previous video we made, that was more specific to that Buccaneers game, what was really exciting. That was more of an initial reaction as well. This is going to be building upon that video. So if you haven't watched that video, I would recommend you go check that out first, because that's more the honest fan reaction. And then this is just going to be me kind of showing what I liked, some plays from Maema that I liked, and I was able to clip. The difference between mine and Mike's, and because I wanted to make sure that there was still people could see his work versus mine, I have mine sped up a little bit. So if the players look like they're running super fast, that's why. And he also put a circle around Maema before each clip. So those are his clips where Maema is circled. He's not circled on mine. Again, that's just because I wanted to provide that difference so that there's still his content and my content. Anyway, let's get into it. Now, this first clip is just going to be a short little clip of Maema, and Maema is number 45 here. He is circled because this is one of Mike's clips, and this is just him providing a run stop up the A gap. And he does get some help on the play, and we'll watch that again as we talk about it. But he provides that initial stop, and I just love his leg drive, how he gets low immediately. Very exciting play. Nothing too big, though. And I hope we see more of that, but just not allowing the running back to get to the next layer. He was the first one there, the first one to stop him. Very impressive move from a guy who was playing with the third team, fourth team players, so not a lot was expected from him. And I just like the drive. And a lot of these clips are generally just going to be talking about his drive. Something we really talked about with Jordan Battle last year was Jordan Battle just was everywhere. And Maema is the same way. Maema is making himself a part of the play. And an example clip of that is right here. So we're going to see Maema is the guy who dives across. So we'll watch that again now that you know who he is. So Maema is this guy who's on the far right now, on the ground on top of the Buccaneers player. So keep an eye on him. He's going to just follow. And he's not necessarily a part of the play, but he makes himself a part of the play, and he just jumps into the guy. Now, in the regular season, this might be a bit dangerous. There might be some potential for a late hit, maybe. I don't think this one in particular is late, but Bengals fans know we've seen some get called that weren't necessarily late hits, but that was just a kind of funny example. I love the way he just kind of lunges at the receiver to push him out of bounds. Of Maema, he initially jumps left on that play as the middle linebacker, and then once the pass starts going right, he follows that. He doesn't say, oh, that's not my area. That's not my zone. He's like, oh, I need to get over to the ball. The ball is mine. He wants the ball. He's like a dog playing fetch. And that's the type of playing style we saw from Jordan Battle last season as a rookie that made him one of the top rookie defensive players. And I'm hoping Maema carries the same energy into the preseason game against the Chicago Bears, and eventually, I believe, carries it into the regular season if he gets snaps in the regular season. Another just small kind of play is this pass rush. And he initially gets blocked by the running back. The running back's going to come over. You'll see him try to chip Maema, and Maema just pushes him out of the way. Doesn't quite get the sack on the quarterback, but he does definitely upset the throw, rushes the quarterback. And that's something we need more from the linebacker position, in my opinion. I really think that Trey Hendrickson is kind of the entire Bengals pass rush. Sam Hubbard does a lot too, but he's more of a run defending defensive end. So I think if our linebackers were able to get involved in the pass rush, that would definitely help. They don't need to do it every play, but having a guy who can do that in clear passing situations like Maema just did would be awesome. Maybe guys like you could sub out Jermaine Pratt, who I believe is also more of a run defending type running back, and just have Maema go up there and make plays like that where he doesn't even need to get the sack, but rushes the quarterback and makes them make bad throws. That would be a great position for him. Again, we have a small sample size. We only have 44 NFL snaps for Maema, so we're kind of going off that right now. Hopefully he looks the same or better against the Bears and in the week 3 preseason game as well, or the third preseason game. And so we'll see. We'll continue to talk about him. The next play is going to be another run stop. And I wanted to show this one because I didn't want people thinking that he just runs up the A gap each play. Because that first run stop was up the A gap straight up and just, block. And then that pass rush was up the A gap, push the running back out of the way, and get the stop or get the rush. So this next one, you're going to see here. And he is in the middle here. He is just kind of playing, I believe that's middle linebacker where he's at. And he's going to make the tackle here on number 30. So keep an eye on number 30. And just, this was one of mine, so it is sped up, but still look at his quickness and reaction to the ball. He immediately looks to see which way the running back is going, and he was taking him out no matter what. He sees the handoff, checks the handoff, and gets the tackle. That running back got nothing. He was down for the count as soon as Maema read the play. And Maema adjusts before the snap, too. He knew what was coming. So that shows, in my opinion, some knowledge of the Buccaneers offense already, which I don't know if they had film on what they were potentially looking at in this preseason game, what they were expecting. I assume there was a little bit, but also when you're playing with the third and fourth team, you probably don't have a ton. So I can only assume that that's stuff that he picked up during the game, which if he's that fast of a learner and has that high of a football IQ at that linebacker position, that could make him a phenomenal asset to the Bengals defense. So I'm going to do one more pass rushing play before we get to these next two. So one more pass rush. And this isn't a pass rush. This is just him tracking the quarterback. So watch, he's going to follow. He kind of gets bit here at the beginning. So watch at the beginning here, he's going to go left because he's following the quarterback's eyes. And then he immediately reacts to the quarterback turning the other way, which it's his reaction time that I'm mainly focusing on for this clip. We don't see him really do anything too special other than just react. He doesn't break up the pass, but he does make the tackle immediately. So just keep an eye on that. Again, he's number 45. And that froze a little bit, so we'll play that just one more time for you. Boom. Easy. So he's got that quick reaction time. He watches the quarterback's eyes. Again, he does get bit a little bit by that, but his reaction is quick enough that he's able to get back over and make the play to prevent any yards after catch, which is so important at that linebacker position, preventing as many yards as possible. Then this final play is actually, these final two plays are in the red zone. And these are just, I think, preventing the touchdown. Huge play for him. And this is going to be also another example of him making himself a part of the play. So again, 45, and he just chases the running back down. And if it wasn't for him, that is probably a touchdown because 40 is completely blocked on this play. He gets off at the end there a little bit, but, or excuse me, that's the quarterback. That is not the running back. The quarterback ran the ball, but he still makes the tackle and is the reason that the quarterback isn't able to run the ball in. You'll see 40 here is getting blocked, and it keeps jumping. But I promise, there's something going on with the recording software I'm using right now. But I promise 40 gets blocked on that, and Maema is the one who makes that tackle. So I don't know what was happening with that clip specifically, but. And then this final clip is just kind of a funny one. He kind of prevents the touchdown on accident because the quarterback throws it right at his face, and this was on 4th down too. So right place, right time for Maema. It hits him right in the helmet. Would have liked to ideally seen him come down with that, but again, I think he's getting double teamed on that play too. I just noticed that. I didn't notice that the first time I clipped it. He's getting double teamed and just gets nailed in the face. So great play by Maema to kind of be part of the pass rush. He wasn't the solo pass rush on that play, but those are just some clips that are exciting to me. Get me really excited about this player because he's someone who we didn't expect a lot from, and then came out and immediately showed that he wants to be a part of this team. You can tell when he plays that he has heart in this team. He's making tackles. He's making big plays for the Cincinnati Bengals. And again, we only saw 44 snaps so far in his NFL career. So who knows what could happen? Could this game be the outlier that is the one where he's like, man, he had a great preseason debut and then he just, fell off? That could happen. I hope that doesn't happen. But when you're watching the game against the Chicago Bears, keep an eye on number 45 on defense for the Bengals because he is got the potential. He has got the heart to be a Cincinnati Bengal. He seems like he's going to be a guy that Lou Anarumo loves, and not enough people are talking about him right now. So we'll continue talking about him on the channel. Subscribe if you want to hear more about Maema. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Again, kind of had to throw this video together at the last minute because we had some technical issues, and now StreamYard's giving us technical issues as well with that second to last clip. So the tech doesn't want the people to know about Maema Njongmeta, but I want you to know about Maema Njongmeta. Going to go ahead and end the video. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Until next time, I'm Josh Butts for No Butts About It. Go do something nice for someone.